Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Masi Chepkirikoech and this is MCK TV. And on today's episode, we are in KISIARA ward in Monoru sublocation, and we are here to interact with the people so that they can tell us the challenges that they face. And on the first point, we are at pineapple processing plant, and the second thing we are going to be doing today, we'll head to the Youth Empowerment Center, and after that we'll go to the marketplace to hear the people's grievances. Yes, so let's begin with the pineapple processing plant. So when was the pineapple processing plant made, or when was it built?
This processing plant was even supposed to have started working in the year 2009. But let me go back a bit. In the year 2000, about 10 years earlier, before we come to 2009, the project was started. But somewhere it's stalled. But right now, we are happy that the machines are inside. The boiler room is ready. And most of these other things. Water is there, ready. Electricity is there, ready. Waste management unit is also ready. The only remaining thing, or are the some parts which are still in Nairobi, worth 7 million shillings. Those are the only things that should be that should have been brought. Unfortunately, the county has not paid for that, for those few things. Let me go back a bit again. Pineapple was introduced to this area almost 70 years ago. About 70 years ago is when it was introduced to this area by 3 people. Solomon here, Bira, and Arab Kurkat at Soimet. Let me say that this should have really assisted us a lot. Adding value would have given us a lot of money, a lot of profit. Unfortunately, it has taken a long time, as I've already mentioned. How many years? Approximately 4 years ago, there was a promise that this factory should have been completed. There was a promise at Tamiolei's home. Our deputy president requested our governor to give details and pay 30 million shillings. And he himself, the deputy president, would pay 70 million, coming to 100 million shillings, which is initial outlay. Unfortunately, that has never happened because the deputy president has never been reminded. We are wasting a lot of time. We have wasted a lot of time. Our people should have benefited a lot from pineapple. Let me go back a little and say this factory is even small. I should say it is small. Why? Because we have a lot of pineapple. pineapple, the areas which are good for pineapple. Kipkelion, Kipchorian River, along Kipchorian River, up to Nambachapera, up to Sotik, Igonge, and yes, Igonge, Ngoino, Sotik, Soimet, Ndanai. It is quite suitable. That area is quite suitable for pineapple. Okay? Can you imagine how many fruits can be, the number of fruits that we can get from that area? So it is unfortunate that this factory has not started working. It is very unfortunate. And we are not happy. We, as farmers of pineapple, are not happy at all. For those who are listening, please inform these people. Our MCA, we called him today, our MCA, but he's not sure of what to do. Our MP, Pureti MP, is not sure of what to do. Recently, I wanted to talk to him about it. He told me, don't worry, I have your number, I'll call you. He has not called me up to today. That is almost 2 months now. So the person who is suffering is myself. The farmer, the pineapple farmer, is really suffering. The other thing, our visitors, is about market. And we are going to see the market, our market today. When I was chairman of Bureti and Konoi, I made sure that a market be built here at Roret. But go and see, and you take photographs of that area. We shall go there right now. So please, for those who have got information, please inform our deputy president to come and assist us. We are sure he is the person who can manage all this, not these other people. The deputy president, and we are really praying for him to get this seat of presidency in 2022. That is not politics. It is not politics. I'm saying the truth. And I know his roots. I am an old man. I'm not very young. I know his roots. I know. But I'll not tell you. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so you forgot to introduce yourself.
Oh, yes. I forgot to introduce myself. I am Robert Rono. Robert K. Rono. A farmer, pineapple farmer and tea farmer. At the same time, I was an education officer. I was a secondary school teacher, became an education officer, even taught people like Kiblokop, you call him Isaac RUTO. I taught him in Form 2. Form 2, Form 3, Form 4. Kipkwaya Sambu was also my student at Kapsabet High School. I taught him in Form 3. And as I have already mentioned, I'm Secretary General, still Secretary General, URP Buret. Anyway, jaribu kufanya. At one time, I was supposed to go to Britain as an education attaché, but let me not give details why I did not go. Otherwise, I went to Britain when I was in London University, went to Britain, and I was invited to Queen's Palace to go and have garden party, garden party, and to salute with Mama, Queen's mother. So this is in Waze. We have visited several places. Thank you.
So yet again, you're going to be having a youth talking to us about the plant, how it has disadvantaged the youth of this place. And yes, let him introduce himself and tell us about the processing plant.
Okay, thank you once again, Masi Chepkuri. It's a privilege to be part and parcel of you people. My names are Gilbert Kiprotich Korir. I'm a leader in an organization known as Emerging Leaders Foundation, representing the youths of KISIARA ward. Coming towards the most reasons why the youths are complaining is because when they encounter such projects which are stalled. Since the advent of these projects, we've had many leaders giving promises, outright lies that they are going to finish the project. But what they offer at the ground when they are campaigning is limited to their promises. I would like to say that this stalled project, this pineapple plant here in KISIARA ward, has not benefited anybody, including the surrounding residents of this place, including the youths who are supposed to get themselves empowered through employments. What we hear is that the recent budget, which was read in the county assembly of Kericho, they just only allocated around 6.4 million money for work done, the completion of this generator, or I can call it a boiler, this generator room, a boiler, and that waste management unit. The only money which was allocated this year, and it is the only money that has been allocated to this plant here in Monoru sublocation, will not see its importance because there's nothing going on. It is now, they are now telling us that the payment is going for the work which has already been done. Now the question is, despite the installation of machines inside this room, which had already been tested by the KIRDI, and they are functional, and we heard that they are still coming all the way from Nairobi, and they are held somewhere because there are some payments which have not been made. Our question is, how can the Minister of Finance allocate funds only to the completion, to the work which has already been done, leaving the project to be stalled for another time? Those are the raising questions, and we are raising these questions, and we hope that the people who are concerned will hear about this, and then they will intervene and tell us on where to go. Another thing is about, there was another ad hoc report committee which was formed, and this ad hoc committee was mandated to talk about all the stalled projects which exist in Bureti and the entire Kericho County, but nothing has happened since that. We only heard that they went to Mombasa and maybe they had a cup of tea there. They came back, nothing is happening. So this stalled project has happened to be the what do you say, a plate.
Cash cow.
This is a cash cow. This is their plate of eating. Thanks.
Okay, let's get another person to speak to us about the project. and how he's the guard who guards this place, and let him tell us about it. Karibu, and introduce yourself.
Sasa asante sana kwa majina ni Peter Mutai. Kazi langu hapa ni security, na tumefanya kazi hapa kwa miaka na miaka, kuanzia 2009 tulianza hii kazi. Wakati nianzia hii project pineapple plan Roret, sasa hakuna kitu tunapata, hata ndururu. Sasa tunalia sana, na sababu tuko na watoto na tunachunga mali. Kuna mali hiko hapa ndani, na hiyo machine si machine ile hivi, ni machine ya bei ya pesa, na tunalinda, na hata ile tano hakuna. Sasa tunaomba wale wa kamati na Kericho County, the governor, MCA area, Bwana Kimarus, na MP yetu Kiptergech, na deputy yetu Mr. William RUTO, na bosi yake the President of the Republic of Kenya Mr. Uhuru Muigai. Tunaomba ache hapa akuja angalia hii project. Hii project wakulima ilikuwa na furahia hii kitu, sababu tuko na mananasi kwa shamba na avocado iko. Sasa hii miaka sote kuanzia 2000 mpaka saa hizi ni miaka 15 ama 10. Sasa tunaomba wale wa juu, wakubwa wa juu, ache hapa, tunaomba kabisa ache hapa akuja angalia hii project, ili hii project amalize, alafu watoto anafaidika, youth apate kazi. Basi asante sana.
Jina naitwa Samuel Ngetich. Sina mengi ya kusema. Hapa tumekuwa na shida. Wakati wa mvua, wakati wa usiku, hakuna kitu tumelipwa. Umesikia hii mzee vile amesema? Hiyo ni airtime. Si ya kitu kingine ya kupiga robot. Kwa hivyo tuko na shida, na tunashukuru Mungu kwa sababu Deputy President ameleta hii kitu. Tangu alikuwa anachaguliwa William Keter alienda kukuwa minister, ndio tulipewa hii vitu. Mpaka wa leo tuko na shida sana, na tuko na watoto kwa nyumbani, na tunalinda milioni ya pesa. Sijui kama wananchi wanachua au kama waheshimiwa ambao wanaketi huko Kericho kwa county wanafikiria nini katika hii factory ya mananasi hapa Roret. Kitu tumesema tunataka kama hatawezekana iwe shule, tuweke polytechnic, watoto wakuja fanya hapa, kwa sababu hii manyumba ametumia pesa mingi ya government na hatutaki apotee. Kwa hivyo tunalaumu Kericho County, ndio mbaya zaidi kwa Kenya mzima. Kuna kitu ametengeneza hapa, wanasikia tu Roret pineapple, hawakuji hata wajui wale wanachunga huko. Hata kama wewe unanunua ng'ombe, huwezi kwenda kuangalia kama haina kamuliwa. Sisi tumeumia. Mpaka nyumbani tunafikiwa kelele. Mnachunga nini? Na hii ni mali ya wananchi. Ikipotea, si tunafungwa. Basi tunasii wale ambao wako katika viti katika Roret watu angalie. Sikusema ati Roret Pineapple Factory ni nani anachunga. Hata nyinyi simuliona wako mzuri. Kuna watu wanachunga hapa.
Yet another stalled project in KISIARA ward, and we are here to talk about the Youth Empowerment Center, which the county government has invested millions of shillings and still not working. So let's hear about the Youth Empowerment Center and why it's not working and who is responsible for this Youth Empowerment Center. Yes, so tell us about it.
Okay, thank you once again, Masi Chepkuri. We are yet in another stall project, and it is in KISIARA ward. This is the Youth Empowerment Center, which ought to have benefited the youths, the very many youths of KISIARA ward. And the entire Bureti. Okay, as I had said earlier, okay, all these stall projects have been made to be the campaigning tools of our leaders. They come and make their own promises and they left. After they've gotten what they want, the whole thing becomes now a scapegoat. I would like to say that since its advent in the new promulgation of the constitution, which came with the devolution of government, this property here or this facility has never functioned. We only saw it function one time in the last regime. It only came to the limelight for about three months only. Some youths were trained. There were hairdressers, and there were those who were taught on how to drive and to acquire their driving licenses. Since then, nothing has ever happened. We have the computers, which we are being told that they've been brought to the ground. We don't know where they are being kept. And then sources are saying that they are being held somewhere, and we don't know the place. We cannot give the full details of where the computers are, because what is in the ground is that the facility is not in function. Okay, maybe to summarize, is that this facility has become a big white elephant since 2013. And we remember that the devolution government came into place with the new constitution in the year 2010, which was promulgated in the year 2010. And then so many things were devolved, even the youth functions were devolved. But the problem here is that there's a game being played by the national government and the county government. When you go to the county government and ask them about this facility, they will tell you that it belongs to the county government. No, it belongs to the national government. You go seek for the same intervention in the national government, they refer you also to the county government. So we don't know where the problem is. And we wish to know, hope that this channel will air our views as youths of KISIARA ward and the youths of Bureti at large. Thank you.
Another stalled project in KISIARA ward, the marketplace, with leaders using it as a campaign tool. And this market has not seen the light of day. Nothing has been done. No people have been brought into the market. And let's listen to the people from KISIARA ward. What do they say about this market? And why haven't the people already settled in it, and yet it's a complete project? Yes, karibu tena.
I'm Robert Rono from this area. Nyumbani ni hapa hapa tu. I was the chairman of Shomap, Konoin, and Bureti. So I decided that a project should be started here and also in Konoin. Shomap is small holders horticultural marketing program. So we decided to start a project here in Roret, a market in Roret and a market in Konoin, which is known as Mokokoshek Market. Now, that was started about 10 years ago, a decade ago. Unfortunately, this project has not been used. It has not been used, although it has been completed. It was completed, as I said, 10 years ago. We do not know why it has not been used. Yet, a lot of money was used. A lot of money came from Italy. That came from Italy. 37 million shillings was used in this project. And it is still remaining as it was about 10 years ago. So we are requesting our government, county government, to do something and make sure this project starts and immediately. Akina mama waingia hapa ndani watumie this project because it is becoming useless. Thank you.
Okay, let's get another person to give us his or her views on the marketplace. Karibu and introduce yourself.
Asante sana. Naitwa Koros. Mimi ni mhandisi wa hili soko. Ningependa kusema kwamba hili soko kweli ilijengwa kwa njia nzuri, lakini hadi wa leo haijatumika. Wenye walikuwa wanajenga walikuwa na nia nzuri kwa wauzaji wa hapa Roret, lakini mpaka saa hii imegeuzwa kuwa playing ground, imekuwa mahali pa kuweka takataka, imekuwa toilet, lodging na smoking zone. Ukikucha jioni unapata watu wanafuta pangi hapa ndani. Na kila kitu imekuwa vandalized, kuanzia waya ya stima, kulikuwa na ukiangalia upande ule kulikuwa na security lights, lakini watu wameng'oa kwa sababu wanaona hawaoni umuhimu wake kwa sababu imewachwa bila kutumika. Ukiuliza watu kutoka county wanasema hakuna maji, lakini hiyo ni kisingizio tu, kwa sababu tuko na tangi karibu 5 kubwa ambazo zinaweza tunaweza weka maji na itumike. Kuna tangi moja pale kona, hiyo tangi imepomoka kwa sababu watu wanapanda juu yake ili watoe maji wa kufua nguo, na hiyo tayari imepasuka kabla soko haijafunguliwa. Tukiuliza gavana wetu ya kwamba kwa nini soko haifanyi kazi, yeye mwenyewe anatuambia soko inaendelea, inatumika. Na si tukikuja kwa ground tunaona takataka na watoto ambao wanacheza na vitu vyote ambavyo nimetaja hapa mbeleni ikiendelea hapa. Kwa hivyo ninasikitika zaidi sana kuona mradi kama hii ambayo imetumiwa pesa mingi. Mwenyekiti amesema ni 37 million ambayo imetumika kujenga miradi hii na haijatumika mpaka wa leo. Kwa hivyo ni sikitiko kubwa sana. Asante madam.
Thank you for speaking to us. And as you've heard, 37 million. Imagine 37 million spent on a project like this, which has never seen the light of day. Tell us in your words, are there any other stalled projects? Tell us so that we can come and review the projects in your ward before the next coming elections and we decide to choose our leaders. Okay, let's get another person's views.
Asante sana. Kwa kweli hii project ya soko hii ya Roret imekuwa maajabu, sababu tumetembea na tumezunguka na tuliona iko uchafu mingi, imechafuka, imekuwa lodging, imekuwa nini. Sasa tunaomba hii gavana yetu ya Kericho, Bwana Tembelwet, ashughulike na hii soko, tuone hii soko inafanya kazi, sababu hatutaki project inachengwa, pesa mingi ilitumiwa. Mimi nasikia ni 37 million ilitumika kwa hii project na hajafanya kazi. Sasa tunaomba gavana afanye namna kwa hii soko. Asante sana.
Sawa. Thank you for your views. Thank you for coming. And I hope our leaders have heard. We've heard the amount of money that was used here was 37 million. 37 million for a single project. Imagine how many kids that money would feed, how many kids would go to school with that money. And yet The project is here, standing, complete, and nothing is being done. Nothing, nobody is inside the market yet. The women are selling outside, and I think that's a lot of money for me. And we know the government is saying doesn't have money, and we can see we have complete projects which a lot of money has been used to build, and nothing is going on. Where are our leaders? Where are the MCAs? Where are the governors? Please come help us. Help us here. We are suffering. Thank you. And remember to have good intentions. Thank you. Remember to subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you.